Yo, what's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back today with another episode of my MLB 13 The Show franchise with the Colorado Rockies, playing game number 18 of the season today. We come into this game with a record of 10-7, taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are 10-6. And this is the first series at home in Colorado. So we've been on the road for a while, and we're finally home to kick the season off. But let's go back and catch up on what's been going on since the last episode. If you remember, we had a game against the Padres. It was the first of a 3-game series. And in that episode, go back and watch it. There's a playlist down below in the description to keep up on this series. And so game number 2 of that series was a win, a 7-2 win. We got off to a slow start, giving up a solo home run in the bottom of the first, but in the top of the third, we were able to string together a few hits to get some guys on base, and then John Mayberry comes through with a RBI single to get on the board and tie the game up at 1 apiece. In the top of the 5th, Dexter Fowler leads off with a RBI, I'm sorry, not an RBI, but a double, and then Carlos Gonzalez brings him home with a double of his own to increase the lead to 2-1, and then the very next batter, Troy Tulowitzki, comes through with a home run, bringing home Carlos Gonzalez to take a 4-1 lead. We gave up a run in the bottom of the 6th, but came back the next inning with a solo home run by Tyler Colvin, and then also added 2 more runs to finish with a score of 7-2. Then in the finale of that series against the Padres, we found ourselves down 1-0 in the top of the 7th inning with a man on base, and Carlos Gonzalez comes in as a pinch hitter and strikes a 2-run home run to grab a 2-1 lead. And then in the next inning, the top of the 8th, Ramon Hernandez hits another base hit to get 2 more runs across, so we take the lead 4-1. But in the bottom of the 8th, they get a couple hits and then a solo home run to trim my lead down to 4-3. In the bottom of the 9th, they tie the game and we go to extra innings, and then they hit a bottom of the 10th solo walk-off home run. So we lose the finale in that series to the Padres 5-4. And we travel back home. And I guess I made a mistake in the beginning of this video, because we had a 4-game series against the Mets at home. The first one was a win, 6-3. Carlos Gonzalez keeps his hot streak going with a solo home run, and then another 2-run home run later on in the game. Willeen Rosario added a 2-run home run of his own, and also Todd Helton hit a solo home run, his first of the year. De La Rosa gets his first win of the season. Betancourt comes in, strikes out 2 of the 3 batters he faced in the 9th for save number 5 of the season. The next game, again against the Mets, a 3-0 win. A very quiet game until the 4th inning, when we lead off with 2 singles, and then Jordan Pincheiro hits a 3-run home run to take a 3-0 lead. No more scoring after that. Betancourt comes in once again for the save number 6 of the season. Miguel Batista pitched very well in 6 innings, having 6 strikeouts and improving his record to 2-0. In the next game against the Mets, it was a crazy one. My starting pitcher goes out facing his second batter of the game. He pulls a muscle in his back, and we're forced to turn to the bullpen in the first inning. In the top of the 3rd, we give up 4 runs to be down 4-0. But then right away in the bottom of the 3rd, bases loaded, Carlos Gonzalez comes up and hits a grand slam. Again, he's just been on an absolute tear as of late. So we tie the game up at 4 apiece, give up a couple more runs after that to be down 7-4. Tyler Colvin hits a hot streak in this game with a 2-run home run to bring us down 7-6. And then a couple innings later, he gets a RBI single to tie the game at 7 apiece. And then Chris Young Jr. adds a RBI single of his own to go up 8-7 in the bottom of the 7th. Betancourt eventually saves the game, and again it's a win, 8-7. Save number 7 of the season for Betancourt. He striked out all 3 batters that he faced in the 9th inning. He's been pitching very well since that first little scare in the beginning of the season. We used 6 pitchers from our bullpen that game, but we did manage to get the win. And after that injury, even though the player wasn't out that much, I did decide to make a couple trades. Mainly, I wanted to get some depth on the infield, and I traded for my good friend Hanley Ramirez from the Los Angeles Dodgers. We traded a AAA starting pitcher that goes by the name of Christian Friedrich. Never heard of him, couldn't believe that the computer let me get away with that trade, but Hanley joins the team. And then I also traded starting pitcher Jeff Francis and Chris Nelson, who's a third baseman. Hanley's going to play third base for this offense and defense. So we traded those two players for starting pitcher Ricky Nolasco, who you guys might remember was a pitcher that I had from my Marlins dynasty. And I'm not really going to get into the details in the next game because I see I'm running out of time. But the last game of the 4-game series was a loss against the Mets, 4-3. And that brings us to the series with the Diamondbacks. The first game in the series, a 6-4 win over the Diamondbacks in the first game of this series. Todd Helton goes 3 for 3 with a solo home run. Huge RBI hits by Carlos Gonzalez and Dexter Fowler. Again, a 6-4 win. Betancourt comes in, gets his 8th save of the season. And with that win and then the win that you just saw in this video, we improve our record to 11-7 with a half-game lead in the NL West over the San Diego Padres. So there you have it. This is episode number 3. We will be back shortly with another one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Click this thumbs up if you did. I'm out. Peace.